Alright, CVT lesson for Heartbreaker, the guitar solo. For Heartbreaker from Benatar, Neil Giraldo. Man, what a great player. And it's, like I said, a CVT lesson for Jeff. Didn't write your name on the tabs, but this is your second one that you had done. We did the Miranda Lambert. On this, the good news, man. Actually, it's all good news, but check this out. If you go to if you type in Pat Benatar Heartbreaker and put in netmusic.com, I subscribe to this channel. It's awesome. It says vocals only. Now what they are is the actual studio tracks, but a lot of them say vocals and guitar. So there's no bass, no keyboards, no drums, and you could really hear every little nuance that is being played. And when I do these CVTs, actually I go for those for everything now. If I can find an isolated guitar track from the original time that they went in the recording studio, I totally go for it, because it's one less distraction when you can eliminate some instrumentation and really hear what's being played. So this is spot on how he's playing this. There's some tricky stuff in here too. You want to tune standard for this? Let's see. The solo comes in at 226. Use the video from netmusic.com. Use the one I'm talking about, because these timestamps are matched up to that. So at 226 we have our first timestamp / subgroup. So what you'll do is 8G, you're going to pick, hammer onto the 10th fret, and once you do that, you're good for a while. You're going to pick 3 times, and then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more with vibratos on all of them, and a few of them have some pinch harmonics in it. So I actually listened to where Neil's hitting the pinch harmonics. When you're playing this, I mean, he's not hitting those pinch harmonics exactly on the same, you know, the 8th one and the 13th time of picking that particular fret. But you do have the guide here, as long as you throw in some pinch harmonics. But here's where he's doing it. Start the vibrato. 1, 7, the 7th one, 8, 9, the 10th one, 11, 12. So within all those you have 2 of them. On my Mesa Boogie, the way I set it up is I have it on the clean channel, and I could do what's called pushed, which puts a little bit of grit, some distortion in it. You'll hear well, obviously you're going to listen to the version that I sent you that's isolated guitar. It really helps you dial in on their tone, how much distortion he's using. And he's not using a whole lot, but it's still got a little bit of bite to it. And my Mesa, man, is set up perfect. This is pretty close to his tone. Obviously not the same guitar, or amp for that matter, but... Alright, and then at 233, we're going to go to fret 8 on the G with the 3rd finger. So we got to swap out. We did have our 1st finger there. When we started our hammer, right? Actually, yeah, so you'll still be using your 1st finger. Slide it up to 10. Pinch harmonic, vibrato. Why am I not getting that pinch? There it is. So pick and pick after the slide. Pinch harmonic, vibrato. The second one's just a vibrato. Then 13-10 on the D. It'll be... And then 13G, you're going to go... Oops. You'll bend a whole step, pick it with a pinch harmonic vibrato, and then hit it and slide. And then 8 on the D. You'll see the 8 in parentheses. That just gives you your basic start point for the slide. Oops, there's no vibrato on that. So slide to 10 on the D, go 8, 10 on the G, pick hammer. So we have, and like I said, this is timestamp 235. Rest, pick the 8G pinch harmonic, So we have, oops. So to finish out that riff, which is cool by the way, he goes, we go, yeah. You're gonna do 10D, slide to 8, and pull off to 6. And it's a gliss slide. You don't really hear the 10, so there's a lot going on. There's only like 3 things you got to do, but check it out. It's immediately when you pick, slide that over to 8D, so it's a whole step descending slide, and immediately after you get there, pull off to the 6th fret. So we only pick the initial one. You know, players like Petrucci, John Petrucci and Vi use those a lot, and they're playing. I love them, Satriani. And then after that, and subgroup these, you know, Jeff, when you're playing, even that in itself, you know, go over that several times, and not so much for the speed of it, but to get used to the feel of it. And then pick 8-6, and then back to the 8, slide to 10, jump way over to 6-8 on the D, back to 6D. Now that's going to be alternate picked, and that's notated in your tabs, down, up. And then 2 times on 8A, vibrato, rest, pick, slide. Just slide it till you almost pretty much run out of room. Stick your hand over the strings. So it's cool. So that handles. Yeah, that was kind of a longer subgroup, timestamp 235. The next one comes in at 239. This is the craziest riff in here. It's showing his hands. I can hear it isolated. I doubt he played this the same way exactly 2 times. It's pretty crazy bizarre. You're definitely going to want to kind of subgroup this stuff. 1-3 hammer on the E, 1A slide to 2. Then we're going to jump way up to 6E with the first finger. It's a wild jump, man. I don't know if they punched him in the studio for that part. It's tricky to get up there, but it can be done. Now once you get up here, there's some shredding that's going to take place. He goes, you'll go, so hammer on 6 to 7 on the E, pick the 8E, 6-7 on the A, and then 8E. Now that's a pretty cool subgroup, you know. 6 hammer to 8 on the A, pick the 8. Now connect that with all of it. You have this. Double stop. He's barring the 6th fret on the D and G, and there's a short rest there. So you have. And then go 8-6, 8-8 on the A. That's alternate picked, vibrato, slide. Vibrato, rest, slide. That too is a subgroup. So we have. Actually, yeah, that was right. Timestamp 242, and this is the last, or the bottom of page 1 on your tab. So you've got this. That's a percussive part. Okay, so we're gonna go 6D, slide to 8 on the A. No, 6A. slide to 8. 6 on the D, down, up, down, up. So it's... And, by the way, you know, you'll hear this isolated on that video if you go to the netmusic.com. You can hear some element, and this is not meant in a bad way whatsoever. I'll explain myself. Some sloppiness in there. Jimmy Page, one of the best guitar players in rock, has that element of sloppiness to his playing. It's a cool sloppiness. It's not from lack of practice. And that's kind of... And Neil is actually a very precise guitar player, but this solo is just brilliant. It's amazing. But what I'm saying is, everything's stripped away from it. There's not even any vocals here because it's a guitar solo, so you hear just him and his guitar. So don't beat yourself up over articulation, you know, 100% in this, you know what I mean? You want to go for the overall feel of it, but here's what's happening. In other words, he may, I don't have it pulled up in here, but be doing like maybe a mute, an accidental mute on the last up where it's implied that it should be a 6, you know, but 8/8 on the A, and this is a complete alternate picked part. 6/6 D, down up. So now we have 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2. Oops. And then 8A, down up, down up. And that area there is where I think there was it wasn't super articulate, in a cool way though. So. 6/6 D G after that, and then there's a triplet feel on this. After the double stop, you're gonna palm mute the 8A and go down up down. That is a good subgroup from the double stop. You know, just repeat it. So we have